I hate gift giving and receiving.
Receiving gifts is so weird. What do you say? Thank you?
This is Coffee Convos with Kail Lowry and Lindsie Chrisley.
I really want you to be in your feels, Kail.
That does not interest me whatsoever.
I feel very attacked by you.
A spirited discussion about motherhood, friendship, family, and life in the public eye.
I'm just not with the fakery anymore.
There's a fakery bakery around here.
Here's Kail and Lindsie.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee Convos podcast.
I have so much to say right now, right in this moment.
What do you have to say?
One, so glad you're here.
Same.
Two, while we're getting ready, I was reminded of the time that someone came to do my hair and makeup, and she used to talk to my ex. And she was literally playing in my face, like figuratively and literally playing in my fucking face while talking to my ex.
But did you know, like, when it was going on or after?
After the fact. Like, I found out after the fact.
How did you find out?
Came out, I think I saw it on his phone or something like that. Or he told me. Because it was during that time where it was like getting back together, not getting back together, like that whole thing. Yeah. And so I was like, this bitch.
Wait a minute. So
could you imagine? Like, you're just sitting there getting your makeup done, thinking, like, who knows what kind of the things that Kristen hears, the things that Stevie hears, like, are not for everybody. You know what I mean? So, like, you literally played in my face and were probably listening to me talk about the most unhinged shit, and you were talking to my ex.
Do you feel like she did the makeup because she was talking to your ex?
I don't know. That's what Kristen said. Not Kristen, our regular Kristen, makeup Kristen.
Was the makeup job a bad job?
I think it was hair. I want to say her name so bad, but I'm not going to. I think it was hair, and she did a good job. But, like, the audacity. Like, you are foul.
If someone did that to me and I found out after the fact, oh, no, ma'am. No, that would not go well.
No, it wouldn't go well. I think the last time I saw you was also in New York City, right?
No.
Yeah?
You didn't see me the last time in New York City.
Remember when we got our cats waxed?
Oh, wait. No? When was the last time Kail saw me?
The last time Kail saw you was
New York City,
LA, at the end of last year.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That was a wild. Alessandra and I went to LA for like literally 20 hours.
Was I there for 20 hours too?
I don't know how long you were there, but it was rough. That was a rough 20 hours.
I felt like I was rode hard and put up wet.
I can't be out of the state for 24 hours, so we got to be making these trips real quick.
Really, really quick. Okay, so what are we doing for this episode?
You guys wanted a chaotic get ready with me.
This is a chaotic get ready with me by yours truly.
So we pulled some listener questions.
Okay.
Also some unpopular opinions.
Okay.
So we're going to kind of interchange them. So we'll start easy. This one's for Kail. Which child is most like you and why?
They're all like me. They all have my personality and they're all amazing.
But for real.
No, I don't know which one's most like me. I don't know.
Okay. I think it's Isaac.
Isaac goes by Elliot now. He wants to separate himself from Teen Mom, but I'll let him tell his story.
Okay. So Elliot.
Elliot is most like me. You know what, though? My kids all have confidence that I didn't have as a child.
It's because you've built it.
But I built it later in life, and so now I'm able to show them. But I did not have that confidence growing up.
Remember you said you were such a quiet child?
I was quiet, insecure, weak. I was a lot, like very unremarkable.
And your kids just say whatever they want to say?
Yeah.
With their whole chest?
No holds bar.
Okay, next question.
Pierce your clit or get a face tattoo? It's for both of you.
You have to choose one?
Yes, ma'am.
Face tattoo. Who was that, Madison?
The way...
I don't think that my partner in any lifetime would appreciate tasting pennies when he goes down on me.
Is that what it would taste like?
When I had my nipple rings, it was like, what I saw this GIF and it was like, when a girl has her nipples pierced, it always tastes like coming home.
Oh.
Because it tastes like keys.
Yeah.
Like the metal tastes like keys or like.
I got my nipples pierced and they don't taste like keys.
Wait, Alessandra, you have your nipples pierced?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
No, the gang's all here.
I mean...
I'm going face tattoo because I'm going to get a little, I don't know, like a spider
teardrop?
or something. Well, No teardrops here.
She doesn't qualify for a teardrop yet.
I think you have to kill someone for that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You'll get addicted.
I'll definitely get addicted.
I'm going to go with, unfortunately, face tat. Like, I mean, it's
makeup.
like your clit or face tat.
Yes.
I would just be so worried it would pull out.
But can we go back to the nipple thing? Because I don't understand. Like,
Do you want to see a picture of me with my nipple rings?
Yeah.
Kristen, pull it up.
What's the thrill, though?
It looks pretty. I love it.
You feel like it's like an elegant look?
I love it. Yes. I think it's
She said it's very elegant.
It's so elegant.
Very
It's
demure.
so pretty. Very demure. Love it so much. Like, I love when it shows through your shirt. I think it's so, like, I hate the word sexy. It feels so weird, but I think it's sexy.
Okay.
Love it so much.
Would you date somebody with nipple rings?
No. A woman, yes. A man, no. I don't think it's attractive on men. I don't give a fuck about what men have on their nipples.
It kind of looks like a bowl, though.
No, no, not with the bars.
Just like a straight bar.
Yeah.
But if it's rounded, then it looks like a bowl.
Yeah, I don't think the rounded hoop
Doesn't
like,
do justice. Okay.
Flash you later, Lindsie.
Okay. Perfect.
I just sent the picture.
No. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Love that. It was actually while I was getting them pierced.
Oh, this is the photo? Oh, wow, Kail.
You're welcome.
But that does look like a bowl.
Yeah, because I had just gotten them pierced, and that piercer used round jewelry for piercings, which is actually not great for nipples. But
Did that hurt?
yeah, it was awful. It was
Like the
truly
worst
awful.
thing you've ever experienced?
1000% worse than childbirth. So bad. Would you agree, Alessandra?
No.
Oh,
But I haven't given birth. so-
true.
I mean, I would never. I absolutely would never. I don't want anybody coming near me with a piercing gun at all.
It's a needle.
Do you like nipple play?
Yeah.
It heightens the sensation. So
In what way?
it makes it more sensitive.
Oh, mine are
same-
already super sensitive
That's the same reason people get their clit pierced.
because it's not sensitive enough.
Well, it's just extra sensitive.
I mean, I don't want my clit to be any more sensitive than what it is.
No, I don't think I would do that. But I'm
Like-
a proponent of the tip.
I'm just getting, like, when you're, like, playing DJ, like, would it rip out?
Probably.
Like that?
You said playing DJ.
You know how men are. They're just not getting it right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they're basically playing DJ.
I mean, if you're down there like doing this for too long and the friction starts going, it's like
Who is coming at you with a whole hand on your clit?
I feel like men are just,
Well-
they don't know what they're doing. I can get myself off in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing
in
DJ.
90 seconds?
Yeah.
Max.
Max. Like, literally. It's like,
You do the 2-finger rule?
yeah.
Yeah.
But these two fingers.
Knew it. Okay, moving on.
Okay, we're going to do an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Self-care culture has become selfish.
No.
I don't agree. I think actually we don't do enough self-care. Like, Kristen literally asked me this morning, Kristen Gallo, not Kristen Hook, said, what do you do to wind down? And I said, read books. I'm sorry, that's not even enough. I should be doing more than
reading
that.
books is self-care, do you?
No, it's like entertainment and like
It's like
funsies, you know? So like
Probably necessary, but like I don't do it.
I don't think self-care is selfish.
Are we talking like facials, massages, blowout,
I don't think anyone's doing that.
getting facials and massages? I do.
Really? How often?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I mean, I get facials probably once every 3 months. Would you say, Kristen?
Yes.
Yeah. I do a hydrofacial like once every 3 months.
I love that.
And the dermaplaning, I do that probably once every 7 or 8 weeks. But is that self-care or is that...
Yeah, I think that it would fall under self-care. I don't know that that's like something that you're going to do to like relax and recharge, but it is self-care in a way. It's not like recharging self-care, but it's self-care.
I like self-care also that doesn't cost any money, which is sleeping.
Yeah.
Like that costs me nothing to mind my own business and stay in my fucking bed.
I would love to sleep more.
I sleep a lot. Like a lot. I go to bed at sometimes 10:30, 10 o'clock, sometimes 8:30. And I will sleep all the way in the morning until I have Pilates, which is 8 or 9.
I'm jealous of you.
I only have one child.
Oh, it has nothing to do with my children. I guess it does.
It
Because it's all
does.
the sports and shit that they have. And like even on Mother's Day, there was 2 football games and a soccer game.
Yeah.
So it's like
There's no sleep
there was no
happening.
sleeping in.
They really fucked the moms on that one.
I don't know why I was a little Like I was just like, why? And then we have no games next week.
Okay, see, that's
like, why would you have not just canceled Mother's? Like, it was supposed to be about me.
It's never about the mom, ever. Next question.
Next unpopular opinion, social media detoxes are necessary.
I would agree.
I've never done one. Don't know what that is.
She's never experienced
You've
that.
never done it?
Necessary.
No, I don't. I don't do those.
I mean, do you feel like you have to be on social media or?
Oh, I mean, no, I'm not. Like, everyone posts for me now at this point, so I don't get on in that way. But I'm not getting off social media. You're never going to not see me anytime soon.
Like, I fully did full send on the scroll situation. You know, like, slow the scroll.
Yeah. I read instead of scrolling, for sure.
I don't even scroll anymore. If it's not, like, the first thing, then I don't see it. Like, I hardly ever go on there.
Yeah, same. But I'm not going to not have social media.
But do you feel like for the average person that it is the most healthy thing to remove apps on your phone? Remember me telling you about this girl that I knew that removed it one day a week and like deleted it off her phone?
That just feels like more work.
Well, I mean, you can just re-download it.
Yeah, but then you have to remember the password, and I have 1,200 passwords.
Oh, that's true. I have 87 passwords.
Why does she have half the amount that I have? How do I narrow mine down?
She has half the amount of shit that she signs up for than you do.
Yeah, like, you know, credit cards at places,
So are you not on Class Dojo?
you know. Oh, I just don't go on.
I accidentally signed up for a credit card. Okay.
How
last
does
week-
one accidentally do that?
Password, didn't have my Sephora account on this sheet.
Yeah.
So I go to make a new account to be able to buy this perfume that I wanted, right? That's only at Sephora. So I'm thinking that I'm signing up for this account. And then it asks for the last 4 digits of my social. And I go, I probably shouldn't do that. I shouldn't have done that. And I already submitted it. And then it like says something about a credit card. So I was like, check my email. Doesn't say anything about a credit card. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm in the clear. Like maybe I was worried about nothing. Where was I the other day? I was somewhere and I get an email and it says your card has arrived. So I click on the email and sure as shit, I applied for a fucking Sephora Sephora credit card, and I don't shop at Sephora like very often, like literally once a year.
You're
I shop because I'm an
Ulta
Ulta girly.
Yeah.
Because I like their point system. So now I have the Sephora credit card and I'm like, well, I guess I better use it.
At what point do we think that Kail decided to text me about this? Do we think it was like when it happened?
Never.
No. I got a panicked series of text messages
It was like a string of texts.
after it arrived, but didn't say that. Acted as it like, I don't want to say that. I was led to believe that this application had just got put in. Absolutely not.
It was like 2 weeks prior.
The card was at the house.
But I thought
She was like, yeah, I get to use it now.
I wasn't trying to be deceptive.
No,
I was
no.
literally just like, did I sign up for a credit card or not? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I wasn't sure, so I wasn't going to panic her.
No.
So when I got the email, let me pull it up. And I still don't even know where the card is. Like it may have gotten delivered. I don't fucking know because
That's
throw
gonna
away
be
mail.
out.
That's going to be Kail's next line of bullshit. I don't know where the card is secretly. Like it's in her wallet and she's using it.
Sephora Visa credit card. Activate your Sephora Visa signature credit card, Kail. Mm-hmm. Your Sephora Visa signature credit card has arrived. When I saw this email, I panicked because I've been working on my credit really hard. Mm-hmm. And now this is going to tank my credit. But if I use it, it also tanks my credit. And if I don't use it or I close it, it also tanks my credit.
It doesn't tank your credit if you use it properly.
I didn't want the fucking card.
Correct. Which I didn't want the card for you.
All right, you guys, the smallest step forward can make a huge difference in your financial future. When you open a Chime checking account, you're one step closer to a better financial future with no maintenance fees, fee-free overdraft up to $200, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Making progress has never been easier. And if you ever want access to your pay before payday, you can use MyPay to get up to $500 of your pay before payday with no mandatory fees or interest. Learn more at chime.com/coffee.
This is so funny you bring this up, Lindsie, because I just had a conversation with my brother-in-law. He called me desperate because he just got hit with so many overdraft fees, and I ended up telling him to switch to Chime because I know he has that problem. So I highly recommend anybody who's looking to make the switch. You could join millions of Chime members who are working on financial progress. A Chime checking account helps you make progress with fee-free overdraft up to $200. The next deposit is applied to your balance. You can get spotted on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals, no monthly fees or maintenance fees, over 50,000 fee-free ATMs. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion.
Make progress towards a better financial future with Chime. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/coffee. That's chime.com/coffee. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Spot me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Fees apply at out-of-network ATMs. MyPay eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range $20 to $500. $2 fee applies to get funds instantly. Chime checking account required. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
If you're looking to streamline your audio advertising buys and maximize your revenue, look no further than Triton Digital's programmatic audio advertising exchange, A2X. The private exchange consists of only licensed broadcasters and top-tier internet radio publishers, assuring the quality inventory and brand safety you can trust. Visit www.tritondigital.com to learn more.
Next question.
Okay. These are all submitted by listeners, FYI.
Okay.
Would you rather have sex on live stream or have your partner accidentally go in the wrong hole?
Accidentally go in the wrong hole.
Having sex on a live stream
No, because they already
seems illegal, kind of.
Well, they already critique me enough. I don't need you to critique my sexual times. You know?
I just feel like that's something that should be just for the bedroom and the walls.
Yeah.
You know?
So, like, if you were offered $35 million to do a porn on live stream, would you do it?
Yeah.
35 million.
Game over.
Okay. So when I was at this award show last week, there was a billionaire that walked by me. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
how'd you do that?
I was just like, what could I do?
Was it a porn star?
No, it was Jerry Jones.
Wait, is she getting to the point where
My
he made $35 million?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, if he asked me to, like, do something and was going to give me money, like, what would it take? You know? Mm-hmm. Like, what would you do? How far would you go?
For $35 million, I would go very far.
Are you doing anal for $35 million?
Yes. I absolutely
I'm
am.
doing that for less. Way less. Like 5. Yeah.
I'm doing anal for much, much less.
Yeah.
I did anal for nothing, actually.
Yeah. I'm tired of giving up stuff for free.
Facts. Like, we're old now.
Yeah.
We if you want something from me, I need to gain financially.
I
Agreed.
need a payment plan.
I agree.
I genuinely know a married couple that they're older and that is how it goes. Like,
She pays or he pays?
He pays. To get, like, any type of sexual, like...
Wait, in the relationship?
Yes.
So, but that's like, okay, we talked about this a couple months ago. I don't want to negotiate with my partner, like, blowjobs for money. Like, that's not, like, oh, I want to go get my nails done. I'll suck your dick to get my nails done. Like, that's never occurring in my relationship. But, like, for funsies, and I'm like, oh, a billionaire wants to give me some money, I'll prostitute myself. I'll be a sex worker for that.
No, see.
But within the relationship, no.
I mean, when I was married, if Will would have told me, hey, babe, suck my dick and I will let you go off all day and, like, do self-care, pull your pants down. Like, I'm done.
Pull your pants down.
Mm-hmm.
This specific relationship...
I will negotiate.
In their 50s, and it was her that initiated it. It was like,
Listen,
well, I'm only doing this for money.
Whatever floats everyone's boat, whatever someone else chooses in their life is, you know, their choice. But for me, I'm not, like...
That's not coming into your relationship.
No.
Okay, fair.
Next question.
This is an unpopular opinion. Good parenting doesn't always mean gentle parenting.
100% agree.
I agree with that.
Good parenting does not always mean gentle parenting. I would agree with that.
I mean, let's define gentle parenting, because I feel like...
Not everyone can gentle parent, and not every child can be gentle parented.
I agree. Do you have some kids that you feel like you gentle parent and some that you don't?
Yes.
how does that change the dynamic in the house? And do you feel like your kids are resentful towards each other because they see the others being parented different?
I definitely think that the kids know who gets parented differently, and I think that they probably don't understand it right now, but that's just the nature of the beast. And if that is their trauma, then I would say that, I would have to have a conversation when they're a little bit older to like discuss, because different personalities and just the ages of the kids and the different kids handle things very differently. And so I can't parent, Rio the same way I parented Elliot.
I wouldn't say I'm a gentle parent. I would say I'm a natural consequence parenter. Would you agree, Kristen?
I was going to say, I have heard you parent and not gentle. But definitely natural consequence, because I heard that.
Yeah, it's like, you go outside and you have been told multiple times, like, do not wear Crocs and socks because your socks are going to be ruined and I'm no longer buying any more white socks in this house. You come in and there's mud all over them. Guess what? The consequence is now that's going in the trash can and you're never getting another pair of white socks.
Natural consequence.
Right? I believe in natural consequence.
I agree.
Parenting.
I definitely think that natural consequences can apply to everyone, but what they take from it or how they handle it is also different.
Do you think that you can gentle parent in certain situations, but not all the time? Because
Yes.
I do that.
Yeah.
Like certain situations call for a more gentle
Yes.
response.
100%.
And some situations require me to fly off the fucking handle.
I hate that, and it's probably my own fault, like how we got here, but sometimes there are situations where I've asked like 3 times and nobody is doing what needs to be done until I'm literally yelling.
Mm-hmm. But my dad always said when I was growing up, he was like, just because y'all are yelling doesn't mean that somebody hears you louder. And I agree with that.
But sometimes they're not getting their asses up and moving until I'm yelling.
But sometimes the quieter I get and the more silent after I've said something, the more it resonates.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that too.
I'm like, you're not raising my blood pressure. I don't know who you think you are. Next question.
Another unpopular opinion, kids don't need constant stimulation.
I agree.
Agreed.
Kids need to be fucking bored. They need to be bored. They need to learn how to be left to their own devices. They need to learn how to go figure it the fuck out.
What happened to the days, let's take it back to like the 90s when parents used to lock their kids out of the house and it's like figure it out for the day.
Come home when the street lights come on.
Yeah. Like
I was out all night, but most people I would say were like,
Yeah.
come home when the street lights are on.
But I personally think that kids learn how to be so much more creative and play. I mean, for Jackson, because he's an only child, like he learns how to play by himself. Like he'll go hunt golf balls or
If you and me, more me, I would say, was to do that to our kids, all the internet trolls would call the cops on me. If I'm like locking my kids out of the house and make them play outside, they're calling the cops on me.
Well, it's just like we don't live with a revolving door, so you're not running in and out of the house. If you want to play outside, go outside, and when you want to come in, come in. But like we're not doing the back and forth stuff.
I got a bathroom outside, right on my back deck.
You do?
Yeah.
Like a toilet?
Like a full bathroom. Because the pool, I didn't want people to drip their wet clothes into the house. So on my back porch, there's a bathroom with a door.
Like a pool house?
No, just like an outdoor bath. It's like connected to the house, but you can't go through the house through it. It's like on my back porch, there's a door to the bathroom. I'll send
Is
you a
that
video.
where you shit?
No, but I thought about that. I was like, oh,
that's a good idea.
100%.
Right?
So, because I was like, I'll just go to Wawa to go to the bathroom, but I can go outside. Anyways, I say all that to say, don't call the cops on me if I tell my kids to go the fuck outside and play outside all day because there's a bathroom and everything.
It's just like go outside, learn to be creative, let the juices flow, get on your scooter, take a fucking ride, go fish, do something fun outside and just be a kid. Mm-hmm. I don't like, Jackson and I just had this conversation. I said, we're not sitting around on tablets all summer. So like you need to start thinking right now what we're going to do. And by what we are going to do, what are you going to do? Next question.
How do you feel about couples popping each other's pimples they can't reach? For example, back or butt.
Oh, I'm not popping anyone's pimples on their butt. I really don't. I actually am so grossed out by popping pimples, but on my partner, I'm not letting them walk around with fucking zits on their face or their back.
Wait, do people get pimples on their butt?
I think like ingrown hairs probably, if I had to guess.
Oh, I would let somebody pop it.
You would?
Yeah. I would spread my legs for that. 1,000%.
What if you had an ingrown hair in your vagina? Would you let them pull it out?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Because I don't want to do it and it hurts.
Or you can't get to it?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I've had one, like, between basically my asshole.
Like your taint?
Yeah.
And did you...
I had somebody look at it one time. And I was like, can you tell me what that is?
But see, that to me is like, they're going to think that it's like an STD or something.
No, they're not going to think that. Because it doesn't look like that. You can just like feel it and it's like sore. And maybe I thought that at one point. And I need somebody else to investigate. What?
Yeah, like how did you spread your legs? Like what did this...
It was just like... like that. Like I just did that.
And you were like, can you look at this for a second?
Can you look at this? Can you check this out?
And what did they say? What did he say?
Lindsie, it's an ingrown hair.
And they were not disgusted or disturbed?
No, absolutely not.
And then what?
We had sex.
Oh, wow. So very much not bothered.
Yeah, very much not bothered.
I cannot.
Popping pimples on faces used to be like a high school thing for me.
What?
Yeah, like I used to love to pop people's pimples.
No, I can't. It grosses me out. I can't watch it. I can't see it. But like I also cannot watch my person walk around with zits on
like
their face.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
No, I've never, and I can't. I don't want to talk about it.
Like,
I'll throw up.
I love it. It's just so satisfying.
No, it's not.
It's you shouldn't be looking, but you're looking.
Nope.
I think it's so funny that Kail can't do pimples, but if anybody that sees her around her kids, she's digging at something all the time.
Well, because I don't want my kids walking around with shit in their ears, shit in their nose, shit in their eyes. Like, we need to clean you up.
Right. But, like...
They're my kids.
I wonder what it's like to be a parent that lets their kids walk around with boogers, because I just...
No, what about the parents that don't clean their kids' ears? Like, do you forget about cleaning their ears and they have earwax pouring out of their ears? I will vomit.
Earwax pouring out of their ears.
Turning, just thinking about that.
Blech. I mean, do you like dig it out with your finger?
No.
Or are you like a Q-tip user?
Q-tip
You know
user.
that you're not supposed to use Q-tips.
I know
in your
you're
ear,
not, but
actually.
I'm using them. I don't give a fuck.
I also use them. I was just telling you that like we shouldn't, but we are.
Spring is in full bloom on DraftKings Casino. New offers and promos are sprouting up daily. Right now, new players can play $5 on anything and get 350 casino spins instantly on featured slot games. Right now, new players can play $5 on anything and get 350 casino spins instantly on a featured slot game.
Download the app and sign up with code COFFEE. Take the featured slot for a spin and explore thousands of others in the DraftKings game library. Check back daily to claim the hottest offers and promos on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only, void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends June 15th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Flexibility in your workday means that you can decide when and where to invest your time, like focusing on the important parts of the business that only you can do. With Stamps.com, tedious tasks like sending certified mail, invoices, checks, or documents and packages can be done on your time, not someone else's. Stamps.com simplifies your postage needs and adds valuable flexibility back into your workday.
Stamps.com does so much more than just small business mailings. They handle all of your mailing and shipping needs wherever, whenever. Seamlessly connect with every major marketplace and shopping cart if you sell products online like we do. Access all the USPS and UPS services you need to run your business right from your computer or phone anytime, day or night. No lines, no traffic, no waiting.
All you need is a computer and printer, and they will even send you a free scale. Easily schedule package pickups through your Stamps.com dashboard and automatically see your cheapest and fastest shipping on options from different carriers. Get rates that you guys will not see anywhere else, like up to 88% off USPS and UPS. Have more flexibility in your life with Stamps.com. Sign up at Stamps.com and use code COFFEE for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, code COFFEE.
Well, hello there, Lindsie, Chrisley.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so where we left off in this episode, you had an entirely different cast of people, entirely different locale. Yeah,
Entirely different cast.
You and Kail were getting ready for the day of recordings that were going to be taking place in New York City after the Webbies.
Yeah. I'm for a loss of words, which rarely ever happens to me. So would you like to take why we're doing this?
Honestly, the events that have transpired in the last, few days have been absolutely insane. I'm currently coming to you from the hospital.
I see.
Lindsie, you're coming to us from Georgia because you're back home.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got no episodes coming to you from New York City.
Wait, half of this episode is like part New York.
Yes, that is true. That is the only part, because the events that transpired, there were so many things. There was flights moving. There were car services moving.
There were people possibly breaking in. There were people possibly exiting that we didn't know were exiting.
Yeah. It's been a whirlwind, but do you want to talk about how New York went before everything?
Wait, what?
Before everything.
How
was the Webbies?
I have had to truly learn the power in the pause. And I am still in a state of, actually, one of my girlfriends I met for lunch at the Mexican earlier today, when I forgot my pearl onions for my low country boil at the grocery store. So I was like, Mexican's next door. We'll just like hit up the Mexican. She goes, Lindsie, I'm pretty sure that you're still in a state of distraught.
You were still paused.
I am still effectively paused. I don't know when I will become unmuted. Don't even know what to say about the events that transpired. But what I will say is that never have I ever been accused of some of the things that I was accused of.
I've never seen anyone accused of some of those things in the same context. Yeah. Kail's not finishing this episode solely for the fact that she is back home and has all 7 kids, and schedules were not going to align for us to bring you this fantastic bonus episode for your Monday morning commutes. So I'm here to fill in. So that's first and foremost. Our podcast is great. Coffee Combos podcast is good.
Yeah. So the way that I had an impromptu sleepover with Kristen and Alessandra.
Oh yeah, we slept together in the same bed. I forgot about that.
Bunk beds. It's not
so much room for activities.
There were a lot of activities. We just weren't doing them.
Correct.
There were others that were doing them.
I just need everyone to know, Lindsie really whooped all of our asses in Flip Cup Monday night.
The way that Alessandra was like, she's from the South. She's from Georgia. They're born knowing how to do this.
He did say that multiple times. Did she
say
like, come out the womb like this?
Yes. And I'm like, we didn't come out of the womb flipping solo cups.
Evidently, it's just something that y'all can do.
The way that y'all absolutely sucked at garage games really speaks to like a North and South divide.
What garage? I want to know. The only game I remember being played was the only actual game I remember being played was Flip Cup. So we didn't get to even garage party it up.
That was the only game that we were basically allowed to play, because then shit hit the fan and everybody was like, are we playing Flip Cup or is this a knockdown drag out?
That was a very unique scenario.
And then I had my tripod set up as if we were just taking all of this great content. Like I was whooping all y'all's asses. And then out of the blue. I'm like, okay, everybody needs to go to bed.
That's what needed to happen. Kail had the right idea. Kail scammed all of us. She was the ringleader of the garage party.
She actually was. I was the initial ringleader of the garage party. And then I was like, oh, we can just like go back, maybe have one claw, hang out, listen to music for a minute, pass out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then Kail took the ring lead of said garage party, and then Kail did not participate in said garage party.
No, the last time I saw her, her happy ass was walking up the steps with every intention of going to bed. I knew that. It's like, that ass is not walking back down these steps tonight. I know that.
And then I went and got into bed with her.
Yes, you did.
I sure did.
You sure did. Then, yep. And
then chaos ensued.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you were in her bed to start it, and you were in my bed to finish it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so let's finish up our unpopular opinions.
I have some good ones, I think. Okay, so this one says group chats are the new toxic relationships.
Wait,
Agree
explain.
or disagree? I think just like the people that you're in the group chat with and the behavior that goes down in said group chat is like replacing a toxic relationship, like in the classic sense.
No. Number one, I think that could be true for some people that participate regularly in group chats. You know, I have always said, do not put me in a group chat. I hate a group chat. I am a constant regular who texts outside of the group chat about something that was going on in the group chat.
Correct. You're like, I'm taking it to the side. We're sidebarring.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like group chats for a multitude of reasons. Number one, why are some people on group chats at 2 a.m.?
Yep.
Causes me a great deal of concern. I either feel like you're up to no good or you're specifically up to no good.
Yeah, I feel like, the older that I get, the more aware I am of what times I'm like sending communications to people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I will double check that time, especially with the schedule for later feature for like texting. I will double check that time like a mofo.
I regularly do not respond to group chats.
We do know that. We definitely know that.
I'm like, why was this important to put in the group chat? I don't understand. And then sometimes the sidebar conversation that does not have anything to do with me enters said group chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm like, let's just group chats. I feel like the intention of group chats were a couple of things. Like one, if families are going to like an event, like we are going to a football game or something, maybe we have a group chat to know where each other's whereabouts are.
I like that.
This fun feature called Find My iPhone or Find My Friends, and you can also use that and avoid the group chat. I also think it's great to have a group chat if you are planning for like a family event and it's like, okay, I'm bringing blah, blah, blah. You're bringing blah, blah, blah. We all are on the same page to know what somebody's bringing. Outside of that, I really just don't see a purpose of a group chat because we all know everybody in this world is shisty little bitches and we all side text.
That is true. I feel like I like my group chats for mass communication where I'm just stating something and I don't actually want to continue a conversation. It's more so like a, hey, PSA, here you go. And then I'll just be gone for a while.
There's also this new nice feature on iPhone where you can schedule texts to go out. So they go out at an appropriate time. I feel like appropriate time to hit somebody is normally like between 9 and 5 p.m.
Yeah, you are very particular about that. And like, I tend to agree unless there's some type of emergency. Like on the work front, I for sure tend to agree with like the times. I try not to, especially when you're dealing with people that are in different time zones.
But it's also like if it's an emergent situation, why are we sending a text anyway? Because texts are not meant to send for emergency, phone calls are.
You know what? That's a really good point. I think I've just become so accustomed to getting both methods of communication, like just from everybody I work with, that truly anytime my phone pings, I respond like Pavlov's dog. I'm like,
and we know that I don't respond hardly ever or at all.
Correct. Yeah, that's why you have to call you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like yesterday I had
my phone on do not disturb, like in personal focus mode all day. And the amount of missed calls and text messages that I received in a couple hour period of time was truly alarming. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Everyone's like sending out a search party for Lindsie because you went MIA.
The way that my flight had to be changed from Wednesday to Tuesday because I was so over it. When I got home, I went to bed and slept a good solid 12.
I figured. And then you were like, had a mentee B, and I was like, also saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
No one heard from you for 24 hours.
Yeah, it's called a silent mentee B.
I just want to know, like, how does that look? Like, you're having a mentee B at your house. What does that look like?
You want me to just give you like play-by-play from the time I got home?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so land from New York, get my suitcase in my car, drive home. Come in immediately, get my suitcase out, open it up in the garage, and only take out the important things that I need for getting myself to bed. Take a shower, put on my PJs, start my laundry, go to bed. Wake up every 3 hours to check my phone as if I feel like something's going to be going on, which why would anything be going on at that hour? And then I went to bed at like 8:45 p.m. and slept until 10:30 a.m. the following day.
Okay. I like the method.
And then I went to Pilates at 4.
We still made sure we got Pilates in. This is good.
We did, because if Pilates did not get in the way that the mentee B would have really been mentee being.
That's like your one constant is like, I know that I'm going to Pilates.
If nothing else is happening, that is happening. I actually was shocked because I did a little poll on my Instagram and I was like, should I wake up and go to like early morning Pilates or should I do a 3-mile walk? And the amount of people that selected 3-mile walk was roughly like 70 something percent.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's because y'all have never tried Pilates.
Can you like explain to me what y'all do at Pilates? Because I've never tried it.
Well, it just depends on the different type of class that you take. Like you can take a cardio class and it's like moving the entire time and you're going to be a sweat bucket when you leave. There's low impact ones that are more like stretch classes, which love to do that like once a week if I have the ability to do so. And then there's some weighted classes. Now they have the bands, like the booty bands. So they incorporate the booty bands on the reformer. So you're like moving and then you've got weights and then you got the booty band. So it's a full body workout the entire time.
It just seems very intense, but like everyone I know that does Pilates loves it.
But it's so zen. Like you don't even know you're being intense until you see your body change.
Oh, so you're not like sore and stuff, or you are?
Oh, no. Like when I first started Pilates, yes. And now I'm kind of getting to a place where I'm like, okay, now I kind of need to incorporate something else, but I really just like don't have it in me. The level of dedication that it takes me to get to Pilates 4 or 5 days a week, there's just no way. I think walking is going to be the only other thing that I incorporate into my weekly routine.
Just like getting more steps in.
Remember when I used to have like a full-blown gym membership and Pilates?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
It's like, who did I think I was?
I was going to say, I don't think that you ever, there was like rare occasions where you would actually execute both.
Excuse me?
I felt like it was like very rare. Like you would go to the gym and you would do your, I feel like cardio.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have Pilates. Well, you didn't have time to like do a bunch of like weights and stuff like that.
I wish I did.
Yeah. Lindsie, do you want to know what I made Corey go home and get me during this hospital stay?
Yes.
I made him go get me my IQ mix because I have to keep my water intake up. IQ mix is a 0 sugar drink mix from IQ Bar that hydrates, boosts your mood, and promotes mental clarity. They have 3 times the electrolytes of other sports drinks and are packed with electrolytes and nutrients shown to support sustained cognitive and physical performance. Comes in 7 refreshing flavors. My absolute favorite right now is the pink lemonade. My second favorite go-to is peach mango. Lindsie, what is your favorite?
Right now, I am a passion fruit girly and a raspberry lemonade, and I love that IQ Mix is free from gluten, sugar, soy, and GMOs. It's even certified vegan and kosher with over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting. More people than ever are starting their days on the right foot with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees. I love that I've turned so many of my personal friends onto IQ Mix.
including me. I don't put anything in my body that I don't trust. IQ Mix is loaded with healthy ingredients like magnesium, L-threonate, and lion's mane for all-day energy and mental clarity. And right now, IQ Bar is offering our special podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus get free shipping. To get your 20% off, text CONVOS to 64,000. Text CONVOS to 64,000. That's CONVOS to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
Okay, next unpopular opinion.
Next one. Not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur.
True.
Okay, I agree with this wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
Basing this off of just the whole thing of like everyone needs to make extra money, especially in the economy, right? Everyone can use extra money. So a lot of people are trying to turn passions into side hustles and things like that. But like, as someone who's been there, done that, the joy part gets sucked out of absolutely everything when you start doing that. And then you have absolutely no relaxing hobbies just for yourself. And that is a really sad, sucky place to be. I also think
it's like
that
when your hobby becomes a moneymaker.
Yeah. And
now it's a business. It's no longer a hobby.
Yeah. Now it's a business. Now it's not just for fun. Now it's work. And I think that some people just truly aren't meant to be entrepreneurs as it is. They just don't have like the personality type that it takes. And what I mean is like the ability to handle all of the things that come with that. And just the mentality. It like
grit, determination, unknowns. I feel like a lot of personalities don't deal well with unknowns, fluctuating income. A lot of personalities don't deal well with not knowing this is exactly what I'm bringing home this month.
100%. That's why sales jobs are not for everybody.
Oh, if I was at a sales job, I would quit the day I started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Will told me the other day, and he's been in sales for a very long period of time. And it is May? Remember the other day I was like, thought it was April and it was like already May.
Yes.
He's already hit quota for the entire year in this month. Mm-hmm. Those are people who thrive in those types of environments because they are determined and they want to mark it off their list. Like, okay, anything that I do over this is like extra. If you don't have those types of personalities in sales jobs, then sales is not for you.
100%. I wholeheartedly agree. Next, unpopular opinion, weddings are overrated and mostly for guests, not the couple. Hands down, totally agree.
I agree with that. I've said if I ever get married again, which I go back and forth on that so often, I think the right situation would have to present itself in such a way that I could not say no, right?
Yeah.
I would never freaking do a blowout wedding with hundreds of people there.
No. I kept mine small, and even then I felt like it was more for everybody else and not as much for like us.
And I almost feel like when you're planning a wedding, I'm not saying that it's not things that like you would want at your wedding, but when you're trying to plan for a large amount of people, at what point is your dream getting lost in the planning for incorporating that many people?
That's a great question. I've always wondered like how people go about planning weddings that have like hundreds and hundreds of people. Like, what does that even entail? What does that even look like?
Well, because I also feel like when you have these dreams of this wedding, like whatever the dreams may be, it could be small, could be large. Let's say, okay, so I knew this person one time and she had her dream wedding planned out from the time she was like in elementary school. The only thing that changed on her list of dreams for her wedding was the color of her flowers.
Oh, wow.
I mean, down to like every detail. You either have to plan so far in advance to be able to afford like your 5th grade dreams, or you have to forego some of those dreams to accommodate the amount of people.
Yeah. Yeah. Because weddings are so expensive. So expensive.
And I guess I just have the feeling of I would only want people there that are actually in our lives jointly. Mm-hmm. As a couple, right?
Mm-hmm. That's how Corey and I did it. We very much were like people that love us, support us, and that's who we wanted there. It's why we kept it really small. That and the budget. But moving like on from that, that's how I operate, right? So like, and not everybody will agree with this, and that's okay. But if I get invited to a wedding and I don't support the union, the couple, the marriage, I don't find that it's my business to be there.
It's kind of giving nosy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why are we here? I wholeheartedly agree with that. So I have two thoughts on weddings personally for myself. There's one situation in my life that I would do a full-blown wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Any situation outside of that, I would do justice of the peace. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Justice of the peace, and then just do like a big reception.
Yeah, like a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that vibe. I think so many people are moving towards that specifically.
Do you know what situations I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. 100%.
You're like, okay, and this took a major turn. Why is my hair so fucking blonde?
I love it, though. It looks great.
Okay, next question.
Okay, next unpopular opinion is brunch is just overpriced breakfast with mimosas.
No, you're a liar.
I do not agree. I don't agree.
Brunch is a vibe. Brunch should be an actual recognized meal on the weekend. Like if we're talking about a week, Monday through Sunday, it should be recognized as an actual meal Saturday and Sunday.
Agreed. I love brunch. I love a good brunch. I love the time that it takes place. I love what's served on the menu. I love the mimosas, but I have a bone to pick with like my favorite place that I go for brunch. Okay. They ask you how many people are doing bottomless mimosas. They charge you for that, but they bring you one pitcher. And then like,
wait, what?
You do it again.
So you get the same amount no matter like what it is. Okay. So we're
Correct.
lying.
That's how I felt. I was pissed. I was like, I feel like I'm being scammed, but the food is really good and it's a vibe.
Because basically what they're doing is they are charging you essentially by the glass, which is not bottomless.
I know. And like
it should be bottomless for the whole table and don't worry about who the fuck's drinking it.
Correct. Like I should be paying for the pitcher.
But I love when I go somewhere that I'm a big brunch girly. Like I absolutely love brunch. That is my favorite meal. Second meal to brunch that would be my favorite is dinner.
Yep. Same.
Like I love a good like in between lunch and dinner. Like whatever time that is. What's that, like 5 or 4?
I think it's like 3 or 4.
Okay, 3 or 4. I can get behind that. Because I also typically non-intentionally intermittent fast.
Yeah.
So then I'm starved by like 3 or 4, but I don't want to eat a big meal. But then I'm like, no, I just want to go ahead and eat the meal and then that'll be all I eat.
Right.
So
that's why you typically are like, I'm going to go grab wings. Or I'm going to go grab something small to eat because I haven't eaten all day. But I do the same thing you do. It's like unintentionally, and then we just call it intermittent fasting.
We're just like, we are health conscious. We are healthy people. Actually, we are diabolical and nothing of that sort.
Yeah, 1,000%. So
back to the brunch. I love when you go to a place that has bottomless mimosas, but they bring, it's almost like a puree type thing. Have you ever had that where it's like with the juice? So it adds like little like fucking fruit crumbs down in there, but it's like jelly almost.
Fruit crumbs.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's like it's like a fruit puree.
Yes. And it is so good. When they have that, I know it's going to be freaking jam up.
You with the jam up.
It's so good.
With the jam up. I love that. Okay. Next unpopular opinion that I have is being child-free by choice is not selfish. It's responsible.
Being child-free by choice is not selfish. It is responsible. Agreed.
I wholeheartedly agree. I
don't know how someone could actually disagree with this because life is about choices, right? Like we all make them. I've said for many years since I became a mother that I love the women that are out there, and I'm saying women because I'm a woman. I love to see fellow women that are so passionate about their careers and the life phase that they're in or the lifestyle that they want to live and just say, you know what, kids are not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Versus someone having a child because they're giving into a societal pressure to feel like this is something that should be on my bucket list. It's really not, but society tells me so, so I need to go ahead and do it. And then they shit the bed on parenthood.
Yeah. Or they hate every minute, or it drastically impacts their mental health, which can even happen with people who choose to have children, right? Like, it's hard. Like, it's, I'm sure, very, very difficult. So I am a huge advocate, and I hate that people think, and I would say it's like more the older generation that thinks that it's selfish. Like, if a woman is choosing not to have children, it's because she's so selfish that she doesn't want to, you know, have to raise kids. And I have never agreed with the mentality. I'm very much like, I think we're all called to do something, and not all of us are called to be moms in that
and
way.
Guess what? Just because you are not a mom does not mean that you are a childless cat lady.
That stigma is insane. Like, where did that even come from?
It's insane. It's like, you know what? If you want to have a fucking cat, which I've got bones to pick with the people who choose to have cats. Like, I just don't understand the vibes. Okay. But if that's what you choose to do, that is your prerogative to do that. It just like it's my prerogative to raise one child.
Right. Exactly. It's all decision based, but I don't think that it, you know, I don't agree that it makes you selfish to choose not to bring a child into the world.
Coffee Convos podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies, so you'll save time on the research and can enjoy the savings when you choose the best rate for you.
Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. Okay, Lindsie, I have seen tons of comments coming through in our group talking about Ozempic, Wegovy, and all of the things that come with it. And we know that getting your hands on Ozempic or Wegovy is enough of a hassle. Negotiating with your insurance provider should not be something else that you need to worry about. Ro's Insurance Checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free. Ro can help you understand if GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are right for you and your goals, but that's just the beginning.
If you're eligible for GLP-1s and want to see if you're covered, all you have to do is submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. No paperwork, no negotiating, no waiting on hold. Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so that you can make a decision that is right for your goals and your budget. Plus, Ro members have support throughout the process. You'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions. Join the over 350,000 people who have trusted Ro to check their coverage for free.
Go to ro.co/coffeeconvos for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/coffeeconvos to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications.
Agreed. Speaking of my child, can I tell you what I've actually been doing for the last 24 hours?
Oh, I'm scared, but yes.
Preparing for his 5th grade graduation party. And I was just talking to my nanny on FaceTime earlier today, and she was like, why is it taking so long? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, you're just like going here and you're going there and you're like doing catering and like you're doing all of this stuff. This is like graduation. I'm like, no, this is called lazy mom. This is called lazy mom and dad don't want to be on a grill. So we're doing a taco bar from the local Mexican restaurant. That's what that's called. Also, we were both traveling for work last week. So don't even get me started on that. As I've been driving around to do these errands, I have been listening to Morgan Wallen's 37 songs, which by the way are on, I don't know if it's like country charts or Billboard. Don't even know what the fucking difference is. What does it matter? Out of 50 top songs, his drop, which was 37 songs, are in the top 50. And I need everyone to listen to Jack and Jill and also cry with me because I have done nothing but just listen to the song and like weep.
I need to listen to it. You sent it to me yesterday, I think, and I haven't listened yet. I need to.
But you've been laying there.
I'm just not in the headspace. You know what I mean? I don't want to associate the good music with this place.
That's true. That's fair. Okay, next, moving on.
Okay. Next, unpopular opinion. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this. You don't have to love your family unconditionally. Blood does not automatically earn loyalty.
True.
Because I'm truth here.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't want to say that unconditional love is earned, because that would just negate the fact of the statement of unconditional, right?
Sort of. I get what you're saying. You're kind of like, well, that doesn't really make sense.
Okay, I'll just tell you how I feel. Like, my parents are my parents, and I will love them as my parents until the day that I die.
Yeah.
My mom birthed me, and I used to tell my dad all the time growing up, he was like, well, y'all don't really have a relationship. And I said, I understand, but like, I love her because she gave birth to me and she gave me life. And like, that will never change.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think that that means unconditional love. Like, unconditional love to me means like what I have for Jackson. I would do anything and cross any bridge, any body of water, anything for him.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few people I can say that about in my life.
Yeah. I mean, I actively made decisions to disassociate with certain people from my family who I, for various reasons, it just wasn't the way that it should have been. But I think that the older I get, the more I understand the whole thing of like, you can choose your family. Like, your family is who you choose.
Yep.
I feel the exact same way that you said about like Corey and my mom. I have certain friends that I feel that way about, but I definitely also, like, with the unconditional love aspect, I think people get that messed up, thinking that like that means you'll take any amount of shit someone gives you. And there's a very big difference between getting walked all over and unconditional love. It's not the same. And I think people definitely associate the two.
I think as a mother, and I would love to know from other people who are listening to this who are mothers, I could not imagine what it would be like to love my child any other way than unconditionally. It doesn't matter. Like, yes, does he piss me off? Yeah. Does he do stupid stuff? Yes. Does he make messes? Yes. Does he cause some issues? Yes. But unconditionally, every single day, I choose him.
Yeah. Yep.
I cannot say that I have that love for other people that would be considered family via blood relation.
Right. Right.
That's where I stand on that. I would love to know what other people have to say about this, because I have read some forums. Like, back in the day before I had Jackson, I used to go on like those mommy like blog forums to try to like find out information of what am I supposed to feel like at 30 weeks and 2 days or whatever. And I came across one about this woman talking about how she had this baby and she thought that she was going to unconditionally love this child, and that she had never had unconditional love in her life and had never unconditionally loved anyone, including the person that she had the child with. But she felt like that would be her first time unconditionally loving something, and said that she didn't.
Okay. I feel like that's something I've heard commonly, right? Where you just expect to have this tie to your child as soon as they're born. And so many people struggle with that aspect because they feel like they're not meeting what the standard supposedly is and not feeling that way. And it's like, you just gave birth to a whole individual that you don't know. Like, I feel like it could go either way, and that's okay.
I just don't know like what that would be like. But again, I didn't have those struggles, so I'm not going to judge anybody who might possibly have experienced that. I can tell you from the moment that that child was born, I wasn't worried about anything that was going on with me. I was just like, where's my baby?
Yeah.
But I've heard stories personally, and we can get into it like on another day, that there was a child born in my family, and that the mother gave the daughter to her dad and said, you wanted her, take her.
Oh. Okay.
from the moment that she was birthed.
Right.
So like I don't understand, not saying that it's not possible, or also not judging anybody for feeling that way, because I also think that there's power in honesty.
Definitely. That's why, like, nothing shocks me, right? Like, there's very little that shocks me these days, and I really try not to pass judgment, because you never know what's leading someone to a decision that they make.
Absolutely.
That being said, I have foul play for you.
Oh God.
Are we ready?
Is it fouler than what I experienced in New York City?
Oh, wow.
Because that's its own foul play.
Okay. I'm not going to be the judge of that.
At some point, should I write in a foul play to my own podcast and pretend like I know nothing about it, but it's like me?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'm like, that might be how I start leaking information.
Okay, this says, I have the foulest foul play story and have contemplated sending it in for ages now and decided that now is the time. My boyfriend and I had only been together for a few months and we were still in the can't get enough of each other phase. Anyway, we were getting jiggly one evening and decided to do anal.
Jiggy?
I'm hoping, because jiggly is crazy.
It's crazy.
And she said, anyway, we were getting jiggly one evening and decided to do anal. All was going well, and we were having a top-notch time. We were doing legs over shoulders, and then suddenly he pulled out super fast and flipped me over to finish in doggy. As I had my head down, I noticed a tiny poop on the bed, which must have flown out of my ass when he whipped out and spun me over. I majorly panicked and tried to cover it with my hand so he wouldn't see. He finished, and instead of leaving me to deal with said poop, he laid down next to me and pulled me in for a cuddle. Again, I panicked and was so scared he would see it, I instinctively grabbed it and held it in my hand as he cuddled me. What? He was telling me how good the sex was, how he loves me, and all I could think about was the fact that I was clutching my own shit. Needless to say, when he finally let go, I just about sprinted to the bathroom and damn near scrubbed my hand raw. We now have 2 kids together and are planning our wedding, but I've still never told him the poop grabbing story. I would not be grabbing shit.
Number one, that would not be something that like I could just keep from someone. As disgusted as I would be with myself physically, I would just have to tell it, because the thought of thinking that someone might potentially know about it, but they didn't say anything. No, I'm going to go ahead and tell myself.
I'm just like thinking to myself right now, like, you and I shared a bed. If you like were holding a turd in your hand while in my bed, oh my God, no.
I'd be like, excuse me, like what are you doing? Also, I just feel like in a moment like that, I would find something that they needed to get me in the bathroom so that I could immediately do away with shit. But this is kind of giving, remember when I told you that Jackson was in a pair of boxers in my bed that time and he farted and just like a little tiny pebble turd came out?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You're like, yes, I do.
It was just rolling.
Yeah, just like the rolling turd.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've never had a turd like that.
Oh, that's never happened to me.
Like, that must be a weak butthole, because I've just never had a turd just like fly out.
I mean, they were doing anal, so like it's open. You know what I mean?
I know, but I've heard a lot of stories. Actually, multiple people have told me that I personally know and was personally victimized by these people that they're not going to get shit on their dick. And I'm like, but you are.
Yeah. Unless you're doing extensive prep, yes, you are.
Like, where the shit comes out is where you're going in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bound to come in contact.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So on that note, thank you guys for always supporting our show. Please subscribe and review on the Apple Podcast app, follow and rate on Spotify, or listen wherever you get your pods. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and join our Facebook group to connect with us and our community. We hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
I'm Stassi Schroeder, and honestly, you never know who or what you might hear on my podcast, Stassi, because, well, I'm a little cray-cray.
One of the ways you know you have #grown is when you come to the realization that Carrie Bradshaw is kind of the worst person. I've had to explain to her that the fireplace grows so that Santa can fit in it. Now she's going to be like, well, there is no fireplace and we're in this hotel, and I'm going to have to explain to her, I don't know, he gets a hotel room key. Like all these things that you have to come up with. It's just kind of crazy. Should I bring a whistle to wherever I go?
Do you think that would be the thing to break the ice?
Whistle.
Listen up! Every single one of us here is feeling some level of social anxiety. So let's just get on with it, okay? Take a fucking breath. Relax.
So please do me a fave. Listen, follow, rate, and review my podcast, Stassi, wherever you get your podcasts.